In this video, the first real case of your service comes in. Until now, we've been putting the pieces in place. A service, a tier that handles it, the people on that tier, and the time commitment. All of that is preparation, and preparation goes unnoticed until the work arrives. Today, it arrives. And what you're going to see is that none of the things we've already defined need to be set up again. They appear on their own. Before we start, one thing is worth making clear, so you don't look for it where it isn't. The work isn't handled on the service screen, it's handled on the board. The service is the definition of who handles it and within what time frame, while the board is where things move from one column to another. For that service, there is no button to create a ticket. Instead, you'll find a list to review. When you click on one of those rows, it takes you to the board. It's a mirror, not a desk. The case we're looking at is one that this firm handles every single day. A client sends an email asking whether they can sign a contract from a logistics company. They send over their standard non-disclosure agreement and ask if it can be signed as is. This is exactly the kind of request our service is designed to handle. Let's get it into the system. Let's open the board for this level. As you can see, it's empty. But take a look at the columns, because these aren't your typical task list stages. We have new in progress, waiting for customer, resolved and closed. That's the full journey of a service case, and it came already set up, because this board was created attached to a level. Take a look at waiting for customer. It's the one nobody remembers to add when building a board manually, yet it's the most frequently used. This is where you leave the case when the next step no longer depends on you, but on the client, which, when reviewing contracts, happens all the time. And pay close attention to the last two, because they are not the same thing. Resolved means you have finished your work. Closed means the case itself has ended. Let's create a ticket. Pay close attention to how it's written, because this ticket will be read by someone who wasn't part of the original conversation. In the title, include the who and the what. For example, NDA review, Northwind Logistics. With just that, anyone on the team can immediately tell what document it is and who it belongs to without even opening the ticket. In the description, capture what the client is actually asking for. Not simply review contracts, but specifically what they sent and what they expect to learn. For instance, they sent their standard agreement to onboard a supplier, and they want to know whether it can be signed as is or what needs to be changed beforehand. The ticket type is support, which describes exactly what's happening. Someone from the outside requests something, and someone on the inside responds. And now, the fields that do the real work. Set priority to medium. This is not just a decorative label. It's what links the ticket to the commitment you declared. You declared a commitment for medium tickets, so this one falls under it. If you marked it with a priority for which you didn't declare anything, the ticket would be created without a deadline. Below, we mark the channel through which the case comes in. For now, you're entering this manually yourself. This field doesn't appear on every board, only on service boards, because that's the only place where the work comes in from outside. And further down, you'll find the assignee field. Open the drop-down, and there's the team for that level, without anyone having manually entered it. Let's assign it to Sarah Harris. That list isn't everyone in the company. It's the people from that specific tier, pulled directly from the team you linked. There are quite a few more fields left to fill in. None of them are mandatory, so nothing is going wrong. They are there for whenever you need them. Some are for organizing and finding tickets later, such as labels. Others are for planning, like the dates and the estimated hours. And there is one that a law firm will use all the time, attachments, which is where you upload the contract the ticket refers to. Click on Create Ticket. And there you have it, the first card on the board. But look at what it carries on top, because this changes everything. There's a timer right on the card, without opening anything. It shows the time remaining to resolve the case. Nobody set it manually. The ticket arrived with the timer already set, because it entered a tier that has a declared commitment for its priority. This timer activates automatically and changes color as the remaining margin decreases, green while you still have plenty of time, amber when time is running short, and red if the deadline has already passed. This way, just by glancing at the board, You can instantly see which tickets are on track and which ones aren't. When you open the ticket, both of them are there, each one with its own name, response, and resolution, showing how much time is left. These are the two commitments you defined, now actively counting down. And this is where the whole series comes together. The priority matched the commitment. The person comes from the team hangs off the tier hangs off the service. Four things you configured separately, and your first ticket uses them all together, without asking anything. Let's take it on. We move it to in progress. With that, the rest of the team knows that case already has an owner and is underway. Half an hour of duplicated work avoided, just with this. Then we write the first reply inside the ticket itself, so it stays where it belongs. For example, we are already reviewing it, and before the end of the day, we will confirm if there is anything to negotiate. Take a look at the timer. It keeps running, and that's exactly how it should be, because the deadline tells you until when, not how long you've been working on it. It's a deadline. That way, no one has to ask whether we're on track. You can just see it. And if you go back to the level, in the Tickets tab, the case is already on the list, with its column and its priority. From there you look. On the board, you work. That's a service working. Someone asked, someone has the case, and there's a clock running in plain sight.